welcome back to my channel. We're gonna kick it off with skincare first thing in the morning, and I wanted to say a huge thank you to Ritual for sponsoring today's video. I'm sure you've heard of Ritual. It couldn't be more perfect timing. So I figured in today's video I would share some things that I've been doing postpartum this time around that have been helping me stay afloat mentally. And I use that lightly because obviously each day is different, and you know, we can't expect to like go right back to feeling like our normal selves after going through such a massive lifestyle change, body change, hormone change, and all of that. But my second baby is almost 3 months old, and I do feel like this time I've had to be a lot more proactive with postpartum habits and routines, just because of my life circumstances at the moment. Like, I feel like it would, and I know that like with your second kid you're a lot more prone to postpartum depression, so I've been a lot more proactive. First habit, I always try to drink a lot of water. This is just crucial, especially right after waking up, but this is important for breastfeeding in general, just like health in general. But I try to drink a lot of water, and not just a lot of water, but good quality water. So we have it's not the Berkey brand, but it's similar to a Berkey filter. And then I use Celtic salt once a day. And I also try to drink one adrenal cocktail to get in like my potassium, magnesium, because just filtered water basically has no minerals or anything of value in it. So I try to stay hydrated. I drink a lot of water in the morning, and then I do skincare. I try to do some makeup and get dressed of some sort, whether it's just changing into another comfy lounge outfit, just putting on some skincare. Some days I get like full glam, other days I don't. But today I felt like getting dressed up because I actually did a Nuuly order. I have my brother's wedding this month, and I didn't want to just like buy a dress out of pocket. So I rented from Nuuly, and I'm really excited about the outfit that I grabbed today. I have wanted to buy this from Free People for so long, but Free People, let's be honest, the prices are kind of insane. And so now that I'm trying it on for the first time, I'm like, and I get to wear this all month if I want to, I'm like, do I really need to buy it? We'll see. But I'm gonna wear this today and do some real quick makeup and then start our day. I think today we're gonna go to my mom's house and visit with her, which I guess could also be another tip for postpartum moms, is I have been around people so much. Like, I feel like first time around I was so nervous to take my baby out and do things and be around people because I wasn't sure if like how I would handle the crying and things like that, and it just like gave me anxiety. This time around I feel like, I think it was like 4 days postpartum, I was like, I'm ready, we're getting out of the house. We just went on a drive, but every day since then I tried to at least get them both out of the house by myself, because I am a stay-at-home mom and it was gonna have to happen eventually, and I didn't want to have all this fear around it or anxiety, and I didn't want to feel trapped at my house. And so now I have so much confidence when I want to leave the house with both of them, and we go out all the time, we see friends, we see family, and that's super, super important to me and has been really good for me postpartum this time around. Usually have worship music playing like in our house, but also when I'm like getting ready, and I just have a playlist on Apple Music that I used when I was in labor, and this just helps set me in the best mood, I feel like, for the day. While my baby is napping, we're just gonna go ahead and do some breakfast. Since we're still here, we're gonna head out after. You just gotta roll with the punches. That would definitely be my next tip for new moms. Do you want more grapes? Ew. Just roll with the punches. You never know what your day is gonna bring. A big ice cream cone. Yeah, can you make me one with sprinkles too? Yeah. I think it's in your playroom. Go make Mama a big ice cream cone. So today's video sponsor is Ritual. I'm sure you guys have heard of Ritual before, but they have prenatal vitamins, they have daily multivitamins, postnatal vitamins, women, men, teenagers, 50 plus, They cover a wide variety of age groups and demographics, but I have been taking their postnatal vitamin. I am loving it. If you don't know anything about Ritual, their postnatal vitamin contains key nutrients that your body needs when going through the postpartum season, because what you may not know is that postpartum is actually more nutritionally demanding than pregnancy. That is why their postnatal vitamin is great. It has key nutrients in it that are essential for breastfeeding and just overall postpartum recovery and wellness. Things like vitamin C, zinc, choline, biotin. Those are all things that are key for breastfeeding moms. Even if you choose not to breastfeed, those are vitamins that your body needs to be replenished of. Non-GMO, allergen-free formula that comes in environmentally sustainable packaging. You can get it delivered right to your door. So you can make a ritual, a habit out of taking your ritual. In order for vitamins to work, you need to take them. You need to take them every single day. And no more forgetting about taking your vitamins, because it's all packed into this one little bottle. Set it somewhere where you see it every morning. You're not going to forget to take it. Another thing that is great about vitamins is if you are kind of a weak stomach and have a hard time taking vitamins with that like strange smell that they usually have, this literally smells like peppermint essential oil, and I can show you the capsule. Almost looks like a capsule within a capsule. I don't know if you guys can see that. The capsule inside of it has like a gel casing around it. Easier on your stomach to digest, and it's not going to cause you an upset stomach when you take your vitamins. Ritual believes that anyone who has had a child, whether you choose to breastfeed or not, deserves to feel good in their body and be replenished, especially in those first 12 months postpartum. They're very transparent about their ingredients, where they source their ingredients, what ingredients are in there, and just getting the best quality. It's truly never too late to start a healthy habit and to get into a healthy routine, and I can't think of a better way to start than getting your body what your body needs. This does not obviously supplement for things like lifestyle changes in your diet and habits and things like that, but this is such a great starting point for a healthy lifestyle and getting to a better place with your body and feeling a little bit better. So if you have been on the fence and been wanting to try Ritual, I have a link in the description box for you guys to get 40% off your first month, which is an amazing deal for such a great supplement. Me in healthy habits by taking your Ritual and starting your Ritual journey today. He's done with breakfast. I'm gonna make a coffee and we're gonna try to get out the door. I don't know if that's gonna work, but I hope. I guess this will lead me into another like healthy habit I've been trying to do postpartum. I did this during pregnancy too, but especially postpartum. I try not to have my coffee before I have food. I try to have like a pretty decent breakfast before I have coffee, just because I notice such a shift in like my mood for the day, and I'm a lot more patient, a lot more steady when I've had like some protein in my body before I have caffeine. That has been huge for me. Also, Trader Joe's had these mini grapes this week. My mother-in-law gave me some. They're so good. Just got the baby down. Come here, Belly, hurry. Listen. Did you still want to go to Gigi's? Yes or no? You do? Okay. Can you help me by putting your Crocs on so that we can get in the car? Is that silly? Is that silly? Or you can wear your rain boots. Whatever shoes you want to wear. But we gotta wear shoes to Gigi's house. Has been a very overwhelming 30 minutes. We don't have like massive moments like that very often, but when they come, they can be very overstimulating and hard for both of us. But he's calmed down and decided he does want to go to Gigi's, so I guess I'm gonna try to get the baby in his car seat and keep him asleep, and we'll go. Yeah. Just one of those mornings. Of course, it's when I'm trying to film this, but I will keep the vlog rolling. I kind of figured I would like kind of vlog and then also just like show you guys the things that I do as I'm vlogging. What? been at Gigi's for the morning. I did like some editing and stuff. He just took his nap and woke up, and we're gonna play outside, maybe eat dinner here, just spend the day really here, because Austin has something going on tonight with a friend, so I think that I'm gonna be on dinner and bedtime alone, so if I can have the chance for someone else to cook for me, I'm gonna take it. But he just napped in my mom's room, and we're gonna go downstairs and maybe swim, play. Good morning, sleepyhead. Did you take a good nap? Yeah, it's so beautiful outside. I see Nana's or Gigi's pool. Wow. It's a couple days later, but I ended up not being able to finish the vlog that day, and I had a few more things that I wanted to touch base on, and I have them in my notes app. So I was kind of trying to share like habits that have been making me feel a little bit more like myself postpartum and like getting back into the groove of things. So I have a few more to share with you guys, and I'm actually about to do a couple of them, so I was like, I'll just pick up the camera and vlog, and we'll make it. Littlest baby is still awake behind me, and my toddler is going down for his nap. My husband's actually home today, so I have a little bit of extra support. Usually I would do that by myself. I typed them out on my phone because I swear I cannot remember anything these days unless it's typed out or written down or something. So I'm gonna be looking at my phone a little bit to like run through these with you, but I'm gonna probably insert like some B-roll and some vlog footage in between as well. So I think I already talked about it, but I try to get ready at least just a little bit every single day, even like on the days where we're not going anywhere, not planning on doing anything. I just find if I stay in my pajamas, I'm like a lot less motivated to really enjoy my day with my kids. For the most part, I feel like I'm way more lethargic, impatient, lazy, not wanting to do activities, not wanting to like engage with them if I just don't change out of my clothes. So I try to do that like as early in the day as possible, just like get up and change into real clothes, even if the real clothes are like very casual. And then I always make my bed. And I did this before I had a kid, but definitely keep up with it now. I feel like your bed as a mom is like a sacred place because you are always tired and you are looking forward to getting to that bed at the end of the day. And making it in the morning helps me feel a little bit more motivated to get out of bed, because once I make it, I'm not going to get back in bed and just like lounge. And it also makes my room feel more put together, and therefore I look a lot more forward to getting in bed at the end of the day. It feels more like sophisticated, and like after a hard day's work, you're climbing into a made bed. It's like you're getting into like a hotel room. But I do make my bed as one of those like happy habits in the morning, and I've been trying to help my toddler learn how to make his bed, and just like toss the blanket over there and resituate your pillows at the very least, just so that he can have it as a habit from a young age. Very recently, which I'm gonna try to do this now during my son's nap once I get the baby down, I very recently started trying to get back into my workout routine. This has been a lot harder the second time around than it was with my first, because obviously my time is a lot more stretched thin between two kids and like a whole house to take care of. But also, my second pregnancy was a lot harder in the aspect of like I was sick pretty much the whole time, and so I didn't continue my workouts through the whole pregnancy like I did with my first. And so getting back into it, it's like I've essentially not been in a workout routine for like over a year, so it's a lot harder to get back into it and very humbling. But I have worked out like once a week for the last couple of weeks. My goal starting out is to at least get used to 3 workouts a week, and once I can consistently be doing that, I can up it and have like a few more workouts a week, longer workouts or whatever. But I just do home workouts. Like I use the Peloton app, where there's a couple YouTubers that I like to follow and do home videos. And honestly, guys, like 20 to 30 minutes max is what I have time for. And my main goal would be to get up before the boys and do it. I've done that a couple times, and it's just been so amazing to like start my day with a workout. But I also kind of like doing it during nap time, because I feel like it gives me another like boost of energy to get through the second half of my day, especially on those nights where I'm like kind of solo parenting. So that has been a lot harder than I expected, but it helps me so much mentally, and I feel like I get overstimulated way less. I get like less touched out. I have less moments of like frustration when I'm able to get a workout, and I feel like it all gets out through the workouts, like sweating out all of that aggressive and like frustrated emotion. So like Bible reading and spending time in the Word has been huge, especially like of course before the kids wake up, but that's not always attainable. So even just little snippets throughout the day of like sitting, if I'm sitting still for a couple minutes and Belle's happily playing, I can read a couple verses on my phone or put on some worship music. We have worship music playing all day in the house, and I have a playlist on my phone, so if like we're on a walk, I'll put one AirPod in to where I can still hear him and talk to him but have worship music playing. And if you're one of those people who like struggles to find the time to do that, I do find in the seasons where I've had a really hard time making time for it, I can always make time for it before bed. Even though I'm super tired, it's like that is the chillest time of the day. It's a lot harder, I feel like, to choose to do it at that time of day, but you can get your Bible out right before you go to bed and just read a couple verses and like acknowledge the Lord and talk to him. The last two things to make my life easier, like I guess all of these tips are helpful for postpartum, but also just motherhood or like being a happy person in general. This one more pertains to motherhood. I have been recently trying to plan at least one activity, whether it's in the morning or after Bellamy's nap, because I feel like my day is kind of broken in half. It's like the morning, nap time, and then the evening routine. I try to plan something for the evening, like whether it's a coloring activity or going to the park or a play date or taking him to like play in the creek or going on a bike ride or setting up a fort or something. I try to plan an activity that I know will cause me to actually have like intentional one-on-one time with him and engage with him, because he behaves and does so much better when he gets alone time with me, and I feel better when I get alone time with him. And I just feel like our whole family as a unit functions much better when I'm more intentional about that. And just having it planned ahead of time helps me to not feel like a stressed mom or have like this mom guilt that I could have done better, because I know I at least had one moment that I set aside and like really was intentional about what we did. And like, for example, it's very small sometimes. We have this notepad, this like sketchbook, and sometimes when I don't know what else to do, we will sit and I'll have him sit with me and we'll just think of things to draw, and he bosses me around. So I drew Buzz Lightyear, and he wanted to have ice cream, and he wanted him to hold a broom and wear a hat, and we like sat and had so much fun giggling, drawing up pictures and stuff. So it's little things like that, reading books, coloring, walks, being outside, whatever it may be, or letting him make a mess in the kitchen with water and things like that. Lastly, I feel like I include this in all my vlogs, but like my nighttime routine is so crucial, I swear. I would love to improve it and make it healthier, but every single night, no matter what time the boys go to bed or what time our day ends, I make sure I clean up the playroom, I clean up the kitchen, and I clean up the living room, because those are our main living spaces. And if I wake up and the playroom is a mess, then Bellamy doesn't want to play, and I have to like take time to clean it up, and he doesn't entertain himself long enough for me to make breakfast. It just sets us off on a bad start. Same with the kitchen. If I wake up and the kitchen is a mess, then I have to take time to clean the kitchen before we make breakfast, before I can even make coffee, and it just kind of drags it out. And same with like the living room. Waking up to those main spaces being clean already for me makes it to where my mornings, I don't have any decisions to make, and I don't have any stress or anything that's like staring me in the face, like more things that I need to do. It's just like ready for a clean slate. Like the same is true for if you work as a waitress or you work an office job. You close up shop before you go home for the night. Like you tidy up your office, you set all your paperwork aside and get things ready for the next day, and then you go home. And you know when you come into work the next morning, it's going to be ready for you. And then as a waitress, like you have closing, so you guys get the silverware ready, you bust down all the tables and sweep and get everything set up for the next day. It's like treating motherhood the same way, not looking at it as a chore, but as a legit job that you have been entrusted to, and having certain habits and like rituals and routines in place that help you treat it as such, like a closing shift at night, makes my day the next day so much easier. And it has to be non-negotiable, or else I will have nights where I want to skip it, but I find that as long as I don't skip it, I have like such a better morning the next morning, and I go to bed feeling just like proud that I stuck to it. Getting ready for a nappy. He's tired. But I would love to like start reintroducing reading every single night instead of being on my phone or watching TV, and like having tea and just like a cozy routine. I have been reading on my Kindle a lot more, which again is like one of my favorite things to do. It's just hard to find the time and like make that choice instead of scrolling on my phone. But those are all things that I feel like have helped me to feel more like myself in this postpartum season, and just like help me get into a new flow, because he's gonna be 3 months old soon, and I feel like I'm trying to get a better grip on things, and I'm ready to like start tackling new things and new goals and new routines. So anyways, make sure you guys click the link in the description box to check out Ritual and get started on having good habits for yourself this new year and taking care of your health. And thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up to support my channel, and go out of your way today to make someone smile and feel special and loved just because they are. And I will catch you guys in the next video.